This video is to explain some of the characters from the Duolingo Hobbies unit. On the side of your character tracing, could you please write a copy of this radical, the ax radical? On the side of your character tracing, could you please write a copy of this radical, the yawn radical? You can see it used to be a picture of a person with air coming out of the top of them because they're yawning. And could you please write a copy of this radical, the meat radical? We've seen this radical before as the moon radical, but it is also the meat radical. As you can see in their development, the moon radical eventually came to look exactly the same as the picture of the meat radical, and though they developed to look different as a character, the radicals are the same, and we see this radical in almost all body parts and things related to the body. First character you have to trace is kan, which is to see or to watch and also to read books. Kan is a combination of the eye radical and a hand over the head, like it's looking. The next character you have to trace is shu, which means books. And it looks like a shelf of books with a little lamp or a person sitting on the shelf. The next character you have to trace is ting, which means listen. And it has a mouth radical, and in simplified form it's combined with an ax radical, which is supposed to kind of look like an ear. Right? And you can make up a story to help you remember that, like, oh, her voice sounds like an axe to my ear or something. The next character is yin, which means sound. It's like in the word pinyin, which means to write down the sounds, or in yinyue, music. And it kind of looks like a little guy with a hat. The next character is yue. The original character for yue was a picture of a drum stand with bells on either side, but the communists simplified it to this shape, so it still kind of looks like a drum set if you really stretch your imagination. The next character is chang, to sing, which combines a mouth radical and two suns. The next character is ge, song. It combines the character ge ge, older brother, which is the sound, ge, and the yawn radical. Now we've seen the yawn radical before in characters like xi huan, and yawn indicates that you've opened your mouth really wide. And in xi huan, that's to remind you that you've smiled really big. Or in changge, it's because you've opened your mouth really wide to sing the song. The next character is Tiào, which is part of Tiào, to dance. Alone it means jump. It has the foot radical, because you use your feet to jump or dance. And then it has the sound, which I imagine as two people dancing back to back with their arms going up and down in one of those old-fashioned dances. The next character is Wu, which was originally a picture of a person dancing holding two flags or cloths. And then it became more complicated, and now it's just a nightmare. You just have to memorize it. The next character is Wan, play. It has the king radical, and to remember that, you can think of the king in the chess pieces or the king in card games. And then it has the sound, Wan. The next character is diàn, electricity, and it's a picture of lightning striking a field. The next character is nao, brain. It's part of diàn nao, electric brain, which means computer. It has the meat radical because the brain is a part of your body made of meat. And then the second part kind of looks like a computer. It's square at least. The next character is you, from youxi. You alone means tour or travel. It's the same you as in youyong, so it has the water radical. The next character is xì. Xì means play or skit, and it's part of youxi, game. Now in games, you travel around, and they're like a play, xì, because you're watching action that isn't really true. You're watching a story. The radicals in xì are the right hand radical and the spear radical. And that's the end. So please trace all of those characters for homework.